Alright, welcome back, Pokemon Go players, to another episode of the Purified podcast. Today is October 4th, spooky season time. I am your host, Luis Palacios, with my co-host, Chris.
Hey, it's your boy, Pokemon Trigger Please. We're back at it again. It's been a fun week. It definitely has.
It's an interesting week. It was, okay, so, I don't know. I kind of been like, on the down low playing Pokemon Go. Like, I haven't really done like as much as I usually do.
On the low.
On the low. Like, seriously, it's just like, I can barely like I've opened the game, do my streaks with my buddy on all the simple things that I do. I've been kind of like also in restock mode with the Gold Plus, so technically I haven't really had any cool catches in a while.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Yeah, I know, right? Aside for one or two things here and there, but regardless, we're here once again to talk about Pokemon Go news, updates, and ranting about the game because we love the game just as much as you do. And once again, I forget to get the link for the Pokemon Professor Network. I'm sorry about that. However, though, please check us out, PokemonProfessor.com/Purified Podcast. Wonderful people to work with every single time, between Ken, Adam, Jamal, Chris. That's his name, actually, and I'm finally remember. Sorry about that. Yeah, wonderful people to work with every single time. So make sure to just check us out over there at the Professor Network. That being said, yeah, I gotta get that link going. Anyways, yeah, Chris, I guess you can pretty much tell me how's your week been, what you've been doing, what's the world of the Criso.
Yeah, work's pretty much been the same. Just been out and about. Been excited about the release of Pokemon 151 in the TCG world.
Mm-hmm.
We definitely had fun in Pokemon Sleep. They had the Good Sleep Day event going on. So that's been fun. In the world of Pokemon Go, the legendary beasts have been awesome. But also that Hisuian Growlithe grind was really hype.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my buddy got 2 Hisuian Growlithe shinies from the $2 research, and I was very jealous.
Bruh.
But I know he wants to trade me one of those, so I'm very happy about that.
That's what you think.
I did.
Nah.
Yeah, I'm still hunting that guy, but yeah, it's been a very eventful week actually. Looking back at it.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I mean, I guess we can go ahead and recap the events and things like that. So yes, we had the Out to Play event where we, I guess, walk routes. We had Hisuian Growlithe in eggs. It wasn't spawning in the wild, unfortunately, so it wasn't really that. It was mostly research. The research was...
at least it was in research, I will say that.
Yeah, but the research was also kind of like, get it to...
Yeah, it was like, oh, you don't want to hatch an egg for it? Well, the rewards are hatch an egg or hatch 3 eggs or walk 5 kilometers, which is like you're going to hatch an egg anyways.
No, the 5 kilometers, I think it was something else. I never actually finished that one.
No, it is.
It was?
It is. Yeah.
Bro,
walk 5 kilometers or hatch 3 eggs was Hisuian Growlithe.
I trashed every single 5 kilometer one.
Dude, I tried to stack up each of them. They were pretty good.
Yeah, they were the most common out of the hatch eggs, but I guess I didn't really do that much research when it came down what was actually doing that. But I mean, a hatch eggs, it wasn't too bad. It wasn't 2K eggs. I mean, kind of on the low of also spending money on Pokemon Go, so I haven't really spent that much, which is good for me because I technically do spend a lot when there's a lot of things that I want. But I definitely think that right now is a good time to take a small little break from spending so much in the game. We'll go to the single incubator grind. I still, get passes for raid hour and things like that, so it's not much difference. Go to the web store if you actually don't do that, but do that if you can. But yeah, no, so far it has been okay, but I still feel like the last few events has been kind of like a down low. Haven't really been pan out. Not really my style. I don't know if it's like that, or maybe. I mean, I've been thinking about it for a while. I think I'm a little burned out after 7 years, right?
Yeah, it's okay to step back and take a break sometimes.
Yeah.
I do think it's also important for people to note, a shiny like Hisuian Growlithe. This is the first time it's out, but it was all over the place for GoFest, and if its shiny was released then, almost everyone would have had it.
Yeah.
There's going to be an event with Hisu and Growlithe out in the wild again.
It's most likely going to have something like that. It's not like PvP relevant or even raid relevant when it comes down to it, but it's still a pretty good
it's okay to wait.
Yeah, it's okay to wait for those kind of things. But yeah, I just think like that. However, though, we do have a little bit of a haul between this week and last week. So, Chris, how about you tell me what you got?
Yeah,
show me what you got.
Show me what you got. I got 2 hundos, one of which was a home spawn of Eevee. I was really excited about the home spawn Eevee, and then I went out to see Saw X with the friend that got the 2 shiny Hisuian Growlithe, and I got a hundo Eevee out in the wild too. So I think I'm pretty close to having quote unquote like the full family, but it's like you got to evolve them, and it's random for Vaporeon, Jolteon, and so I'm like, do I want to evolve it and try for that, or just like trade Vaporeons and stuff? I only picked up 1 egg for Azurill Hatch Day, and it was a shiny green pea Azurill. So I'll take it. I think that's like my 2nd or 3rd one, but I really wasn't trying to hatch a ton of eggs that day.
Yeah, no, I definitely probably skipped Azurill Hatch Day completely. I was able to pick up 2 eggs, but I was with my family most of the time, so I really didn't have the chance to walk around anyways. But yeah, I wasn't really planning to even going out. I was working also that day, but I did finish up before it technically started. And I had a bunch of 10Ks and 5Ks that I would definitely not was going to hatch before the event started, even at that point. So definitely something that it was skippable. So I guess I wasn't really excited about it anyways. I know a lot of people still went a little bit harder to it. Got a bunch of shinies. JT Valor or in Landor Alpha really did their grind as usual, but really not something that I really care about. Azurill, I did had like a bunch of shiny Azurills before, so I like 2 of them plus like 20 like Merrills and Azumirrills and everything.
Yeah, like if you really wanted the Shundo, I think that would be a good grinding chance for that. For egg shinies, but I don't know. For Azurill, I don't know.
If it would have been a little more exciting of a Pokemon, maybe. But
yeah, I mean, Railu was top.
Oh, Railu was top. And here's the thing. They learned that from their mistakes from Railu Hatch Day, because the only thing they can hatch out of the 2K eggs from Azurill Hatch Day was Azurill.
Yeah, and during Railu, I didn't have any issues. Like, it was only Railu for me.
I hatched a couple of...
So I guess I just got pretty lucky.
Yeah, I hatched a couple of Wimpots during the time, but because Railu was the top Pokemon, however, in the bottom was still like the most uncommon of every other egg type. So there were times that people were saying, why am I not hatching Riolus, even though Riolus was the number 1 hatching anyways.
Yeah.
But still, it was just, they changed all of that and they just placed Azurill as the only Pokemon spawning in the egg pool. So I
will say I was hatching a ton of Metatites instead of Hisu and Growlithe from the 2K eggs, so I was kind of sad about that.
Wimpots was for me because it was literally in the same tier as
in the same
tier as Rowlet. Which again, it's not bad, but again, I wasn't really like super grinding on it, and there was no bonus.
Definitely not
event,
the shiny grind.
Yeah. So again, just one of those events. I hope that the next hatch day for whatever other Pokemon they actually decide to pick will be a more exciting one, so people can actually go out and play in that.
It's almost punny. More exciting,
right?
The only shiny I got today from the raids was a shiny Suicune, which is the one I wanted out of the 3, so I am happy about that. But yeah, I think next week is Guzzlord, right?
Yes. Actually, for the next 2 weeks, actually, now that I think about it.
Okay, that's going to be a fun one.
That is going to be.
But yeah, that's it for me. Huh?
To get your fairy types ready,
Yeah.
All right, so let's see. 4-star Hundos. The only thing that I got was the Growlithe that I did talk about when we had Growlithe Spotlight Hour. So I guess that no new Hundos for me today. As for shinies, again, pretty small haul, but I was happy to at least get the Phoebus to out to play event. I think I don't know if we talked about that. Anyways, I got another.
Didn't you go plus it? Or
yeah, I got plus. I got plus it. It was actually right after Raid Hour. Was that right after Raid Hour? I guess we talked about it. Oh, we did it. I don't remember. It was sometime in the week, during the week of the autoplay. Actually, it was after Raid Hour and after the podcast because the autoplay event was the day after Raid Hour last week. So that makes sense. Anyways, another Jangus from research. This is like my 10 Jangus. I don't know, somewhere online. And I did get myself a nice shiny Raikou. So that's pretty good when it comes down to the hauls. Now, we did get a Frigga Best today. Actually, a lot of Dragon Pokemons were funny today. That was actually kind of surprised. Like Station
The windy weather was going ham.
Yeah, and we saw Salamence. We had like 2 Shelgons. We had a Frigga Best here. I had a Gumi somewhere on the line. That was insane. However, though, last week during, I guess on Sunday, so it was like the day afterwards, I went out to actually get Moltres or Shadow Moltres since it's out in race right now in October. But I did also do my daily instance and I got an Articuno. Galarian Articuno with a Master Ball. So that's my second Galarian bird finally. It's not the greatest. The IVs are horrible. But I will probably trade this with somebody else that actually has the ability to get this. So not too bad in that sense. I don't know. Like I forgot that the CV was like PvP IV anyways. Another Raikou was also like a nice 98 somewhere along the line. My friend Amanda, who was playing around at the time, we just started hunting around for the Articuno, or I'm sorry, for the Moltres, and she actually gets a Hondo Shadow Moltres. Like her luck was insane. I think when she started doing a Shadow Articuno, she got the Purified Hondo. Then Zapdos, she got the Shiny, and now she gets the Hondo Moltres. I'm like, bruh.
Dude, that's insane luck too.
Yeah.
That first raid Hondo.
First Shadow Raid Hondo. That was great.
Did she know it was a Hondo before she caught it?
I knew the CP numbers, which was 1980. So I was like, hold on. This is I remember the number 80 mostly because of Mystic 7's video a long time ago. So I was like, hold on, let me. So I go to like League Dog or to Instagram or something. Somebody that had an Ingrograph, and I see the numbers. I'm like, give me the phone and let me catch this for you. Oh,
that's awesome, man.
That is really. So imagine it would have been a Shundo. At that point, she would have freaked out.
Oh my. Yeah, she just got her first Shundo too, not that long ago. So that'd be crazy to get them so close together.
Yeah, that would have been insane, anyways. But it's been some. There have been some moments there. The game has been fun. When it comes down to it, it just hasn't been like GoFest level fun. I guess I'm probably also a little burnt out after the last few days, a few weeks from GoFest and everything. I know it's been over a month, but I don't know. I just feel like everything has just been going a little bit down. I'm still kind of wary of the Ultra Unlock, and I was like, maybe something else would have been better at that point. So, but however the case may be, that
you're not liking that Paldea.
It's fun in some ways. I don't know. Paldea has its own merits. I'm happy to see a lot of different types of Pokemons again, but the hunts are still when it comes down to it. Until more Paldea gets released, which we'll talk about in the research topics today. We got a couple of things, so let's get into the news. I don't know if we're going to be fast or slow. We may actually have even a sleep update, because I don't know, it's been one of those things. So I'm actually grinding that game more than anything, bro. Like, seriously. So, okay, so what is the first thing that we're going to talk about, Chris?
Yeah, Detective Pikachu. For those of you that don't know, Detective Pikachu has been in Pokemon Go, and he's making a return. And this event has a lot more other Pokemon than just Detective Pikachu, so it's going to be pretty hype.
Hype. That's it.
Yeah. Sorry. The event starts Thursday, October 5th at 10 a.m. So it actually starts tomorrow for us. To Monday, October 9th at 8 p.m. local time. So you could pretty much guarantee there's going to be a showcase, probably with Detective Pikachu to throw in, and there might be another Detective Pokemon in the other one. I guess the other one's not wearing a detective hat. But these are going to be the wild encounters. There's going to be Pikachu wearing a detective hat, which does have a shiny chance. I think there was only a chance of getting the detective Pikachu as shiny after the window. So you had to like catch it after the event ended and hope it was shiny. And then there's Growlithe, Slowpoke wearing a hat, which does also have a shiny chance. That's going to be an awesome one.
Yeah.
Alolan Executor, Magikarp, Xatu, Blossom, Lotad, Chimeco, Bronzor, Ducklet, Cutiefly, and Phalanx. Only the Pokemon that have been shiny before out of those are still shiny. So there's a few Pokemon that aren't shiny available, but that's okay.
Before you go on, there's a couple of interesting things here.
Oh.
Starting with the Alolan Executor all the way to Bronzor, there's like special asterisk on each one of their names.
Yeah, I think they only meant to put that on Pikachu, to be honest.
No, the Pikachu has one of those things saying that you can also obtain Raichu wearing a detective hat by evolving it from Pikachu all the way into a Raichu. But I'm trying to figure out why did they do that?
Yeah, that...
I don't know. Blog posts are blog posts, and whoever's
Oh, you know what it is?
What?
Oh, wait, no! I was gonna say, maybe they did that for the shiny chances, but no, they didn't put it on Growlithe, and they put it on Xatu and Blossom.
Yeah, no, okay. So whoever's actually making
weird.
the Ingress might be Niantic Cat is actually at his finest today anyways. But yeah, regardless of how maybe some evolved Pokemon's out there, some of them are quite hard to catch. The Bell Blossom, I know the catch rate is horrendous. Cutiefly and Duckleg is nice. Phalanx in the wild is actually pretty good for some PvP action here and there.
We haven't seen them for a while.
Magikarp is also very good because, extra large candy for Magikarp and Gyarados, Mega Evolution and everything, so it's not bad. Another chance of maybe a Shando if you can find one, regardless of how, maybe. Funny enough. But anyways, I'll continue on here. So Field Research Task will be available, so you can encounter the following Pokemon by completing Field Research Tasks: Sudowoodo, Snivy, and Rowlet. And the reason why they pick this kind of Pokemon is because they actually tie into the game itself. So it's one of those things that you gotta keep an eye on. But yeah, it's not super exciting regardless of how I look at it. The wall spawns are more exciting anyways. Collect a challenge. Take a field research task to complete the event team collection challenge. Pretty good. Bonuses. Trainers can enjoy surprise encounters with Pikachu wearing a detective hat once per day by taking snapshots. Once per day. Also, to note, do not take a picture of your body, because if you actually get a Smeargle before the event or starts, you will be locked for that day of not getting a Pikachu with a hat during the time off. So be very wary when it happens. 2 times experience for speaking Pokestops during the event. That's actually pretty good, because usually they give you like 50 Stardust or 50 experience every time you spin?
Yeah, it's either 50 or 100. I can't remember.
Regardless of how, maybe 200 or over the double of that, it's actually pretty good. So I'll be hitting a lot of Pokestops this weekend. The Pikachu returns event time research. Help Professor Willow track down a Pokemon of interest in this time research story. Complete field research tasks to earn an encounter with Pikachu wearing a detective hat. Please know that the time research expires and before the end of October 9 at 8 p.m. local time. Since the event is actually happening in other parts of the world as the recording of this podcast, we do have a little bit of insight of how that time research works. They do give you a lot of encounters with Detective Pikachu itself, but I think there is a branch answer in one of the parts of the research. And if you want to have an extra chance of getting Pikachu with a hat, I think you just have to pick Sudowoodo at the end. So keep an eye out for that if you want the extra. I think if you pick up something else, it gives you something completely different, and I'm not sure if that's what you want, regardless of how I may look at it. Again, this is just news as it comes along through the other parts of the world, so be careful of that. It's still tentative information here and there. And then a new avatar post with Along the Shop starting on October 5th. That is drowsy. Anyways, Detective Pikachu returns. It's actually really exciting because, once again, just like Rick has mentioned, Pikachu with the Detective has shiny-wise wasn't really available during the time window the first time they came in. but it was only available afterwards. So it was like kind of one of those moments that you wanted to get it. And I think there's only like a rare 1 or 2 in the world as of recording this podcast.
Yeah, like only the people that found out about it. Like I don't know. I don't even know how fast the information got out.
I think it was mostly an accident because not I've really thought about the time window ending and then that Pikachu itself being the shiny because it was shiny available after the event, so
yeah, that's really interesting.
So I want to say, I know that I'm not sure who it is. I know for a fact there is one person that had the ability to get shiny hat Pikachu, Detective Hat Pikachu, during the first run of it, but that was, I think, a complete accident when it happened. So they got lucky. That will forever be the rarest Pokemon in the world until October 5th. So, and then Slowpoke with the hats. I mean, we've seen Slowpoke with a lot of hats anyway, so it's not like it's the greatest thing in the world. However, I do like the cute hats and also rip Capo hat Caterpie because of it. So,
yeah, another one bites the dust.
I know, right? The case may be that is the event. Oh my god, drowsy. You guys gonna call me like drowsy one of these days or something? I don't know. Excited, not excited. What do you think, Chris?
I definitely think it's a cool event. A lot better than just it being like a base event. I'm definitely gonna be hunting that Pikachu. Yeah, like obviously not the craziest event, but I do think it's a little something fun to tie in the game.
Yeah, definitely. All right, well, we do have more to talk about. The next piece of news is a trick and treat kind of deal tickets, I guess. This is actually something that came out not too long ago and is starting right now. So it says trainers starting October 2023. Trainers will be able to purchase the ticket of treats, which grants spooktaculous time research opportunities throughout the month. Thank you, Niantic. With tickets of treats, a new time research will unlock each Thursday in October, and you will have to wait until the end of the month to complete them all. Okay. Each time research will give you the opportunity to earn premium items and event team encounters to prepare for in-game events. All right. While each week's time research is paired with a specific event, you're free to complete the time research task and claim the rewards at any point until October 31st, before midnight, before November 1st, technically. Trainers may purchase the tickets starting on until October 29. I don't recommend actually, purchasing the minute before because it is a time
sooner than later.
Yeah, so but regardless, if you purchase it early, you'll give you more opportunities to take advantage of the additional bonuses, however they may be. So, ticket of treats, Sunday, October 1st at 12 a.m. to October 31st at before midnight local time. It's a $5 ticket or equivalent pricing of your local currency. And we already talked about whatever the case may be. You can also gift this to somebody, so that's pretty cool. The following bonuses will be available every day when the ticket is purchased on Tuesday, until Tuesday, October 31st at midnight. 1.5 experience, 1.5 times additional experience awards when you first catch of the day, and 1.5 additional Stardust for the first catch of the day. So, kind of cool. I guess it gives you a little bit of dust in here and there, so it's not that bad. Then part 1, which starts tomorrow on October 5th, for the recording of us at least, and of course ends all the way until the end of the month. Raid battles abound. Just in time for Gazlo's return to 5-star raids, trainers can prepare to take on the Ultra Beast with this time research. Complete the time research to receive the following 3 premium battle passes and more. So, I mean, premium-wise, that already pays for the ticket itself, each pass is like what? $1
$1
each. So like half the ticket already there. That's not bad, right? And in whatever other prices they give us is okay too. Then we have part 2 starting on the 12th, once again, and then reap the new rewards just in time for the Harvest Festival, which we'll talk about in the next part of the news today. Complete the research to receive 1 Mossy Lure, additional encounters with large size and super size Pumpkaboo, and more.
Okay. I thought it was just 1 Pumpkaboo. They didn't say it was like an extra large one.
It's not just extra large, it's super size. Anyways. But again, Moisture Lure is also another 100, 150 coins in there, so that's already paying for more than close to the point of it. 180 actually, so that's actually pretty good, I guess. Where just by the 2 parts, we already have like 480 coins anyways here. Then part 3 is starting on October 19. Was that a ghost? A time reset will be available to the start of the Halloween part 2. Oh, I'm sorry, part 1 of the Halloween event. And then we can complete it to get 2 incubators and an additional encounter with Phantom. Shiny? Maybe. I don't know. However, 2 incubators already pays for a good time of the price, so that's already, above the price of the ticket itself, so it's a discounted at this point. And then the last part, October 26th. Enjoy even more treats this Halloween season. Hey! Whoa, Drowsy, what is going on with you? The time reset will be accompanied for the start of the Pokemon Go Halloween 2023 Part 2. And this one will award things like 3 silver pineapple berries and 2 super incubators. That's good. 2 rare candies. That's okay. An additional encounter with Mischievous and Phantom and more. Yeah, I'd say this ticket is pretty good.
Yeah, I think it's interesting how much they've been showcasing like Phantom and everything, and even in the I'm pretty sure it has one of the Tuesday spotlight hours, but they still have yet to officially announce it as a shiny available.
Yeah,
for this event,
I'll guess that that's gonna be a shiny regardless, brother. Like, there's like no way.
Because I honestly think they're just gonna update the spotlight like as soon as they announce it.
Yeah, that's for sure. But yeah, so that's that. That is the ticket of treats. Chris, how about you tell us the next piece of news here?
Yeah.
Which we alluded
to. You guys heard a little bit about it, only in mention, but the Harvest Festival is coming, and they're showcasing more than just Pumpkaboo. It looks like there's just going to be a ton of grass type Pokemons. It is going to be October 12th at 10 a.m. to Tuesday, October 17th, so 5 days, at 8 p.m. The Pokemon that is going to be debuting is Smoliv, and its evolutions of Dolliv and Arbolova. I don't know. I've always had trouble with that last one.
Yeah, Arbolova. Yeah.
So it's 25 to evolve into Dolliv, and then 100 to evolve it all the way. The wild encounters are going to be Bellsprout, Execute, Sunkern, Wurmple, Combee. I'm excited about that. Dawaddle, Cottony, Patilil, red flower Flabebe, blue flower Flabebe, and yellow flower Flabebe. It is important to note that each of the Flabebe are locked to certain areas. Pumpkaboo, Bounsweet, and Smoliv. A lot of really good Pokemon to hunt, honestly.
Quick to note, Combee does give you extra Stardust from catching them. And Flabebes are actually really good in Master League, so if you want to get a hundo during that time, this is actually your chance. And extra large candy.
Yeah, I was going to say, grind that extra large candy at least. The field research task encounters. The following Pokemon are going to be available. All of the different forms of Burmy. It is important to note if one of your friends finds like a plant cloak and you find a trash cloak, or whatever, each of the research should be the same for everyone. So if you want a trash cloak, try to find the same quest as your friends that found them. And then Pumpkaboo and Smoliv are also going to be in field research. So honestly, really good research. Yeah. There's going to be other research out there, but that's really good for the event.
Oh yeah.
The collection challenge. They're just telling you, do the collection challenge. And if you do it, you get XP, Stardust, and Mossy Lure modules. So even more chances to get those grass Pokemon out in the wild. The event bonuses. Mossy Lure modules activated during the event will last for 2 hours. Very, very crazy. Mossy Lure modules have a higher chance to attracting Pumpkaboo. What? And then trainers will receive additional Pumpkaboo candy for catching Pumpkaboo during the event. Do we need more Pumpkaboo candy? Probably not. I'll take it though.
Yeah.
The Pokestop showcases. Be on the lookout for showcases at select Pokestops. It's going to be all the ones that have already had showcases for you nearby. You can enter Smoliv, Pumpkaboo, or Gourgeist. That is interesting. That is interesting.
I kind of want to see an extra small Smallville though.
Yeah, finding those really, really small Pokemon as extra small is a treat. Mm-hmm. There's also going to be a ticket of treats paid timed research, which we already heard about. But
that's part of the news. So yeah, it's definitely the same thing. Which will activate as soon as if you actually already purchased the $5 ticket and all that stuff, then you already activated the event ticket. It's just going to go active once Thursday comes around. So, but yeah, I believe that is the Harvest Festival. It's good, not good. Is it just a shiny release, or I'm sorry, the Pokemon debut from the Paldea region? I don't see much of a hunt here, but there are some Pokemon that are still looking forward. Connie definitely is one that I definitely still need. Another Palutena will be nice because again we need one for the Hisuian form. Combi is also a nice chase. However, I know that a lot of people, regardless of how maybe never get the shiny one that they want,
or get the shiny and it's a male.
Yeah, I am excited about the Flabébus, mostly because I've been looking for a Hondo for a while, and this is probably my good chance of getting one if I can. But yeah, Smallville is an interesting Pokemon. It doesn't get a shiny release this event, however, though. So it's kind of like but we'll see how the really event goes. There's no talk about raids. There's no talk about anything else like that. So it's really just out in the wild, free as you can ever have it for a kind of event like this.
Any thoughts? I think they put enough in the wild, just enough variety that there's definitely something to like look for people to try and hunt. Even if you have all the shinies, getting a repeat of one of these more rare ones is definitely going to be a nice hunt.
Oh yeah, definitely. So keep an eye on it and let us know if it's the event for you. So yeah, that's pretty much it on the news. I don't think there was anything else there. I know Community Day is coming up pretty soon. I don't know, actually it's in Community Day, like happen like at the end of the month or something like that. Which we know is September. So it's one of those things in the end of the day. Just keep an eye out there for it. But yeah, let's get into some PvP good action. Get wrecked. Here we go, Chris. So PvP this weekend, actually, not just this week itself. The GBL weekend is happening this weekend from the 7 to the 8. Yeah, 7 to the 8. We do have battle like the top champion of Paldea. They could have used a better champion in this one. But again, it is part of the Paldea adventure, so I guess it works in that. Go Battle Day weekend are special events where trainers can participate in more battles than usual. The Go Battle weekend is inspired by Gira, the top champion of Paldea in the Paldea region for the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet games on Nintendo Switch. To note that they actually mentioned top champion, but not the full region champion. So, I don't know. That might be a difference there. Starting on Saturday, October 7 at 12 a.m. So, basically at the start of the night if you really want to do this at nighttime. All the way to October 8th before midnight that day. The bonuses for this will be 4-time Stardust for win rewards. This does not include the end of the set rewards and the Master League bonuses rotation weeks. Free battle team time research will be available. Rewards will include the Gide style gloves avatar item. The maximum amount of drowsies out there. The maximum amount of
you're getting that drowsy power.
I know, right? The maximum number of sets you can play per day will increase from 5 to 20, a total of 100 battles all the way through the entire weekend. Actually, I think it's 100 per day, right? Or is it
100 battles per day?
Yeah, I think it's 100 battles per day because it says here from 12 a.m. to 11:50 a.m. local time each day. So yeah, it's 100.
Yeah, for Go Battle Day, yes, 100 battles per day.
100 battles per day per the weekend. So that's 200 battles in total. That's crazy.
200 altogether. Yeah.
Yeah. Active leagues will be the Great, Ultra, and Master League. I'm actually excited because I can actually try this on Master. In that sense, although I'll be in Orlando this Saturday, so I don't know how much I'm gonna be able to play during the time. Rewards changes during Go Battle League weekend Kita. So during the Go Battle weekend Kita, the following changes will be made to the Go Battle League premium track. Guaranteed rare candy XL for trainers level 31 and up for their second win in the set. Guaranteed rare candy for trainers level 30 and above for envelope for their second win in the set. Increased Stardust rewards compared to the basic reward track, and the order of the premium track will be rearranged. So, if you're thinking of spending a little bit of money into the Go Battle League weekend and getting at least 2 wins through the premium tracks using a premium pass, you may get a couple of extra large candies here and there. It's not a bad thing. Each set, so it's 20 sets, right? So if you really want to do all of them, it will be like at least at $20 per day, which is not bad. I mean, I used more money than that before, but you do have to win at least every single one of your sets, or at least 2 of the 3 wins at the sets to get the extra large candy. That's 40 extra large candies. That's not bad though. But I don't know. Were you really spending that pass on just GBL itself, Chris? Any thoughts?
It really, in my opinion, it really depends what you value that pass at, and if you value it as an extra large rare candy, sure.
Yeah, I guess.
Personally, I like the shiny chances more than anything. Which you can get from encounters, but I don't know, that's up to the person.
Very, very, very interesting. Anyways, that's the Go Battle weekend. I was thinking that this weekend was going to be that Shadow Lugia release, but really thought about it until I actually started seeing the news, and I was like, okay, that makes sense. You got anything else to add to the PvP section there, Chris? Because I feel like there's nothing else right now.
Yeah. So for Switch Masters, we ended up getting kind of whooped this week. Sadly, we were 5-16. I was one of the points, almost 2. I needed to deny.
Are you saying that if it wasn't for your point, you would actually get swept?
No. Well, yeah, but I'm saying the second. I feel like I could have won one of the other games, but I really I needed to either throw a move that I threw a different move instead of, and B, I needed to deny a confusion that was able to go through, and the confusion definitely didn't help.
Oh well.
Yeah, nah. It's I think of it as a learning experience. The opponent definitely had a really good team, so I do what I always do and take a little bit from that team going forward.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Honestly, I think my team still has a good chance of winning a lot of the matches we need to win. So yeah, I'm looking forward.
Looking forward indeed. Indeed. I guess I should probably just mention a few things to the Play Pokemon events. Now, we do cover some Play Pokemon, especially whoever wins in the last few rounds and things like that here. However, there was a little change to the Pokemon Go Championship Series rules that a lot of people are talking about, and this is basically how it did. So let me switch over here. So it says right here, beginning November 17, a team list should include player's name, player's ID, alongside the following information to each Pokemon. The Pokemon species, including whenever the Pokemon is a regional variant, like a Gyarados and Rapidash. A specific name form, so like Wash and Rotom or something like that. A Shadow, Purified, or currently boosted Best Buddy Pokemon. So basically you have to know if the Pokemon is Best Buddy or not. CP, so the best for Best Buddy Pokemon, they list the CP that will be used as. So if you are going to be using a Pokemon that has a Best Buddy, you do have to list the CP of that Pokemon's Pokemon. All known moves of that Pokemon has to be listed. And then the HP of the Pokemon. So this actually basically tells us that it's an open sheet competition. So there are no surprises of what it would be. So if once you actually get your round 1 opponent or things like that, I guess you exchange list, let them know what your Pokemons have and what your moves are and things like that, and basically just be ready. So basically it's a little more pick 6, or pick 6 show 3, really big open up there. So a lot of people, a lot of the professionals out there, even Speedy's Chief has actually been saying that's the reason why I actually have it pulled up here for you guys. But really important, no more surprises when it comes down to it. So let's say somebody brings a Metachan, and Metachan can be vice versa between Dynamic Punch or Psychic or anything like that. You're basically gonna know what they're gonna have before you even start the battle, of course.
So you tell them the moveset you have, not all the moves that it could have, like you list them all. You tell them the moveset you do have.
You tell them the moveset that you register with.
Really? Yep. Okay. That's interesting because even in VGC they don't have to do that. That's interesting.
There are some cases. Well, aside from probably like the 5th round, probably not. I think that once they just go through the battles, you kind of already know what movesets they have and things like that. However, during the endings of it, like in the minutes and elementaries and everything, that you do exchange sheets, so you actually know what the Pokemons are and things like that. And what they're holding and all that. I don't know if what they're holding or not. I can't remember anyways. But however the case may be, having a kind of like an open sheet, does it take away from the competition to the play Pokemon? Does it feel like that? In some games, at least in a lot of the esports games, a lot of things are usually already known because it is part of a meta sense of things in the end of the day. But will this change how the play Pokemon goes? Is this a good change, a bad change, an interesting change? I'm not sure, but I do think that there will be more of a stronger strategic competition out there because of the way that they want to interpret the play Pokemon events these days, Any thoughts on that, Chris?
I don't necessarily think of it as a bad thing. I will say it keeps people from... let's say you have 2 Pokemon with the same CP, and people are switching between them based on the moveset they want. So like, let's say for example 2 Hypnos, and sometimes they want a fire move, sometimes they want an ice move, something like that. I do think this is a decent change for that.
Yeah, it does actually prevent a lot of the cheating problems that probably a lot of people will be facing. Just for that reason, I know it's been pretty tight when it comes down to cheating in the play Pokemon.
Yeah, anyways. I kind of doubt it, but that's just a scenario I could see.
I just feel, in the back of my mind, I feel like, is there a downside to this? Is there a less of a luck base that I know that when it comes down to play Pokemon in the end of the day? Now, of course, you will always know what your opponent has. Based on that, but knowing all their moves too kind of just changes the element of surprise. Nobody really can go into a match and be like, I'll try this for the spice, and be like, hey, maybe I'll be the underdog for the rest of the tournament or things like that because of this.
Yeah, like, oh, I'll run this moveset because nobody will guess it, right? And then you have to write it down.
Yeah, now you do. So that's one of those things. So I don't know if it's keeping it clean as it should be. The surprises, of course, kind of vanishes at this point, and you just know exactly what's going to happen. If your opponent is ready for, like, a Earthquake Steelix instead of like a Breaking Swipe or something like that, so... which, if you're not running Breaking Swipe on a Steelix, what is wrong with you? So... interesting to say the least. Is not bad. And I believe one of the play Pokemon tournaments are actually happening this weekend or in the coming weekends. So keep an eye out when it comes down to it. Thank you for hitting your mic there, Chris.
You're welcome.
But yeah, so that's that. I like it. I like those kind of things. I still wish that we actually have more of a PvP prevalent community out here, but we're mostly raiders out here. So just to keep up the competition out there. We used to have it, and then COVID happened. But anyways, I guess that's it when it comes down to Pokemon Go. Looks like we do have a little bit of time to spare here. So how about we actually get into a Pokemon sleep check-in? I know, because we're a little addicted to the game anyway, so why not, right? So Chris, how was your good sleep week last week?
Yeah, it was good. I think I ended up being like Master 4. Um, and I think the coolest Pokemon I saw was a Kangaskhan, but I only gave it a Poke Biscuit, so it's like, will I ever see it again?
Maybe.
Is it gonna be hungry next time?
Maybe. Maybe.
Uh, I was able to get enough points for a Master Biscuit, but yeah, with my team, I'm pretty happy. I'm just gonna be trying to level up the areas I'm weaker in, and trying to get that Tundra because I still need a ton.
Yeah, no, definitely. I am also doing the same thing. Some things that I actually always say is like make sure that you try to power up the places that you want to as much as possible before the next sleep day event. It's something really good to talk about. Chris collecting his berries here.
Yeah, let me turn down that volume.
But yeah, I also had a really good one. I think I had a record drowsy power during the week, the first or the second day of the weekday of the good sleep event. No shinies, of course. Some interesting Pokemons, not the greatest out there. I did reach Master 5, which is actually insane, mostly because at the Sunday, which this was after the event ended completely, on Sunday, you have a greater chance of actually getting very tasty meals. I got 3 very tasty meals the entire day. One of them being on a brand new recipe, too. And it boosted me. Like, I was like Master 2. I was like, I'm probably going to finish my Master 3 by the end. Nah, I finished Master 5 just by having all those 3. I was like, what the F, man?
Jeez.
So that was good. That was good. And I was inside an island at the time, so I know it was one of the most powerful islands. I do have a very good team based on that island now, which I'm probably going to change here and there. The ability to level up in this game is amazing, but at the same time, it's such a grind when it comes down to it. So it's just, you just got to be patient, very patient with your Pokemons. I definitely been switching up my Pokemons a lot in the last few days, especially when it comes down to this island right here. So it is what it is when it comes down to it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. No shinies to talk about, no things to really scare about. I have a free account somewhere, so I'll just keep an eye on that when something cool happens, I guess. After that, hopefully you all get some good night rest,
Yeah.
All right. With that being said, anything else to add? Anything else that you think we may get out there?
Yeah, for those of you playing Pokemon Sleep, I think it's important to start collecting a good berry gatherer of a few different types, so you can switch it up whenever you go to a different island. At least that's what I'm starting to notice.
Yeah.
Because yeah, like they might hold a ton, they might get a ton, but yeah, the favorite berry does make a big difference.
Yeah, definitely. And each island has a power of how strong your team really has to do to get the best out of those islands and things like that. But regardless of how it may be, just do your best. I would suggest, if you can, just power up the first 2 islands the most. And then once you feel like you have a very good team, because you can still get Geodudes and Riolus and anything on the other 2 islands that will actually help you through the 3rd and 4th island in that sense. Just power up those first, and then maybe at some point just have them ready by the time you actually get to those islands. It's not an easy thing. You basically need like really good Pokemon regardless of how you look at it, but definitely something that to keep in mind when just starting Pokemon Sleep in the end of the day. Now, if you guys want more information about Pokemon Sleep, we'll have a little section at the end of each show if we have the time to actually talk about it. If you guys want to, have more information about Pokemon Sleep, we do try to get as much information as possible. We are trying to learn this game as we go along, but at the same time, I do my research. So there's a lot of things that I know that I've been able to learn over the last few months because of it. So if you guys need a little more information, just let us know. We would greatly appreciate it if you guys want to talk about it a little more. But that's it. That's pretty much it, right, Chris?
Yeah.
Yeah. Papercut, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for saying that you'll be coming back pretty soon. So for now. With that being said, Chris, I guess that's it, right? That's all we got.
Yeah, that's everything I can think of.
Yeah. So once again, thank you very much, everybody, for listening to the podcast today. You can always check us out, and I keep forgetting to do this, but and podcast services fees, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, now Stitcher. No, don't check us out there; it's dead already. Amazon Music and more. If you can leave us a review, we would greatly appreciate it. Follow our social media, Pure Lighter Go for myself, Pokemon Trigger Please, that's PKMN Trigger Please with a Z at the end. PurifiedPodcast.com, or I'm sorry, not .com, but anyways, we have Purified Podcast all through Twitter or X, however you may call it. We'll call it Twitter for the rest of our lives, it doesn't matter. PurifiedPodcast at gmail.com if you really want to send us any type of emails, suggestions, things for the show, whatever the case you think we talked about, we will actually talk about it through there. Join our Discord. It's free. We will always be there if you want to talk to us. We check it periodically regardless. And don't forget to check us out at thepurifiedpodcast.com, the Professor Network. Chris! I almost ended there. Take us away for the night.
All right. Hope you guys are looking forward to spooky season. I think there's plenty to go around for everyone. If you guys are sleepy, feel free to download Pokemon Sleep and join us in our tired adventures. And we'll see you guys next week, where hopefully we got even more crazy news for you. Hopefully we can both tell you we got a shiny Guzzlord. But, we'll see. Okay, peace out, guys.
Keep purifying, everybody. Keep those sleep tracks going, and have yourself a wonderful night. Bye.